The purpose of this video is to show some of the special functions of the BuzzerSystems.com match timer. I want to show how we can stop and reset the match timer if for some reason you get started and you want to restart the match. We'll show how to do that. And we're also going to show how the time can be adjusted. So let's start off by showing how we can reset the timer if we get into a competition and we need to, for whatever reason, we want to get back to the very top. We want to revert back to the very beginning. The way to do that, there's an instruction on the lid that tells us to press the pause button and then to press and hold the start resume button. And as soon as we do that, you saw that it started up and ran, but then after about 3 seconds it went back and reverted all the way back to the beginning of the match time. Now the next thing we want to talk about is adjusting the different timers. There are essentially 4 different timers in this box. There's the match time, the toss-up time, the bonus time, and the break time. And we'll go through each one of those. Now the way this is done, there's a special button on the top called the adjust time button. We press and we hold. Keep that held down, that's an important point. We press and hold the adjust time button. And then we press the button that we want to see what the time is. And then if we press it long enough, it will step through the different times that are available for that timer. We're going to start off by looking at the times that are available for the match timer. On the present time, it will initially show the present time for the match timer, which is 8 minutes. It goes to 9, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 14, 15, 30, 45, 60 minutes. Then it goes all the way around to 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6. I'm going to go ahead and let it set at 10. And then I release it, and it will stay at 10 minutes. And then I release the adjust time button, and it's ready to show us 10 minutes. Now let's try this also for toss-up. We can do that exact same thing for toss-up. Now if we press it and then we decide we don't want to change it, it doesn't actually get programmed. It stays right where it is. So again, we press adjust time, and then we press the other button. For toss-up, we can see that it goes 5 seconds, 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, 60, and loops back around to 3 seconds. So the least amount of time is 3 seconds, the most amount of time is 60 seconds. We'll go ahead and we'll let it loop around and it'll stop it at 5. The same is true for bonus, and the same is true for break. Now a special function on this timer is the buzzer alarms that occur during the bonus time. Now this can be programmed by pressing adjust time and pressing the pause button. And this is it's rather cryptic, but this is how it works. What we have is we have 4 different modes that can occur. And we have mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this line right here is a B or nothing, which means that it either buzzes or doesn't buzz for the 5-second alarm and the end alarm. And we can turn both buzzers off, one buzzer, both buzzers. And the best way, the most important thing to see here is this is the way it's programmed, but the most important thing to do is to look at your user's manual and see, to kind of refresh yourself on exactly what those different things mean. Our timer can display times like with minutes and seconds for times less than 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Now our timer can go all the way up to 60 minutes. I'm going to show you how it displays the times greater than 10 minutes. Now for example, for times less than 10 minutes, during the match time, it shows times counting down with the minutes and the seconds. Now I'm going to show how the timer can be adjusted. I'm going to adjust the match time to 12 minutes. And this is an important distinction. When times are greater than 10 minutes, the total number of seconds aren't as critical as simply knowing how many minutes are actually remaining. And then when we get down to 9:59, then we begin showing the seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and start the match timer. And you can see that as it counts, we know how many minutes remain, and we have a segment that's constantly marching to show us that indeed the timer is running. but we're not going to distract the participants with exactly how many seconds remain, because that really isn't critical. Now if we hit the pause button for whatever reason, then we know there's 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. And then as soon as we hit resume, we know we've got 11 minutes and the timer is actually running. And then as it continues to run, it will show 10, and then when it gets past 10 and goes to 9:59, it will revert back to the minutes and seconds display. As the timer counts from 10 and goes to 9:59, it'll switch from the moving segment display to the display in minutes and seconds.